All right, you're live. I'll just sit off to the side.
Hi.
What exactly?
With my company, I am a software developer, and I am in charge of that little box there in the corner, Townsend Security. It's, they're heading your way. It's a key server, and my first question would be, do you encrypt your data? Well, I feel like I'm playing to the camera, but that's okay.
And currently, I don't.
You don't? Okay, you should be encrypting some data. Medical records, credit card information, there's HIPAA regulations on medical records, there's PCI compliance for credit card companies, how credit card vendors are handling credit card information, keeping stuff secret. There's state regulations. There's a whole bunch of reasons that you should be encrypting data. And see, now that you're recording this, I'm falling over myself trying to say this. But there are a lot of data breaches in the world. Lots of data gets out there that's not encrypted. A tape falls off a truck, and then you're in big trouble. So the first question is, are you encrypting your data? And the second question is, where are your encryption keys? Are they next to the data? It's like locking your front door and having a key tape there, right there. So you want your keys separate. So all these solutions are key servers that keep the encryption keys are separate from the data. They're on like a hardware device. HSM is a term people use for a hardware device that holds encryption keys, and loosely defined that would include a network server that serves encryption keys across an enterprise. Then you have access controls, like who can get to those encryption keys. You have the keys themselves. You want to make sure they're backed up, because if you lose your encryption key, you've lost your data. There's things like regenerating keys. If you've used a key for 3 months, you want to what's called rotate or rekey the key, so there's a new key value. So if the key is lost, only 3 months of data is exposed. There's all this stuff around managing your encryption keys, and that's what all these vendors are trying to provide solutions for. And so what payment is, and the reason this booth exists, is Oasis is an international standards organization. They're collecting vendors together, and then the vendors work in groups and develop standards that they all agree on. So KMIP is a standard for the protocol on the network to access those key servers and retrieve encryption keys, like you're an application that has to encrypt credit card data. You're retrieving encryption keys, or you're managing keys in the role of a security officer. You're creating keys, revoking keys, rekeying keys. That network protocol is now common amongst all these products. So theoretically, any client of any of these vendors can talk to any server. They're all speaking the same protocol. Just like you can plug a Mac or Windows into a TCP/IP network and it just works. They're all talking the same protocol. So we're all talking this payment protocol now. That's the grand glorious vision of the future, anyway. That's what payment is about. So. You got a lot out of me in a short amount of time.
Yeah, thank you. That's interesting.